Hello guys, how are you? I hope you are fine. Look at me, I'm having a great time in this beautiful place around these tall trees. I'm recording this video in this place because today we are going to talk about nature. Do you like nature? Do you like to stay a long time in the park or maybe climbing mountains? Well, this is gonna be very interesting for you. But first, I'm going to play a video about a very special animal. Let's watch.
En Monterrey, los avistamientos de osos negros son comunes. El internet está repleto de videos de osos que bajan a la ciudad a buscar comida y alimento. Agregado que el gobierno del estado ha emitido recomendaciones en caso de encontrarse con uno de esos animales.
Did you see? It was a black bear. Let's get more information about this big animal. What does this animal need to survive? The American black bear is an omnivorous, meaning that it will eat a variety of things including both plants and meat. They can live just about anywhere they can find food. For example, along river courses where there is riparian vegetation and trees. In this lesson, you will be thinking about how living things interact with other living non-living things to survive in an ecosystem. Now I'm going to play a video for you with very interesting information.
Dr. Jeff, what exactly is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment.
Oh, so like me interacting with my couch, TV, seafood last night?
Not quite. An ecosystem describes an area where living things interact with each other and also with non-living things like soil, water, and air. In an ecosystem, each organism has its own role to play. Small as your backyard or as big as the ocean. Let's look at our sealed ecosphere as an example. In our ecosphere, light energy helps the algae grow. The algae is then eaten by the shrimp. When the shrimp poop, tiny bacteria in the water feed on it. The bacteria then convert that poop to nutrients that help the algae grow.
Wow, it's like a cycle.
Exactly. However, if the needs of the organisms aren't met, the balance of the ecosystem can be destroyed. For instance, if there was no light, the algae wouldn't grow. That means the shrimp would die since they wouldn't have any algae to eat. And if the shrimp stopped pooping, the bacteria die too.
So everything in an ecosystem interacts and depends on each other for survival.
Hey kids!
Okay guys, after this video, I save important concepts that are going to help you to understand this theme. So the concepts that you must keep in mind are these: non-living things, for example, the soil, the light, the water. Living things, the animals, the plants, and how do they interact, okay? The actions or the responsibilities they have to do in an ecosystem, okay? And everything following this direction, like a cycle, okay? I'm going to show you some reading information, okay, that is going to help us to understand the most important things from this theme. Okay, guys, so what is an ecosystem? Here you can read with me. An ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment. An ecosystem has animals, plants, and non-living things too. Here we have some pictures with non-living things. For example, the humidity, the temperature, the air, the minerals, the rocks. Some ecosystems provide special services for the entire world. For example, the rainforest only covers the 6% of Earth, but it produces about 40% of the oxygen in the atmosphere through photosynthesis. Organisms only survive in an ecosystem when their specific needs are met. So what does an organism need to survive? The organism needs food, water, and shelter. Keep in mind these three important things for an organism to survive. I'm going to repeat them: food, water, and shelter. Okay, here we can see a picture with these important things that organisms need to survive. A healthy ecosystem has many different kinds of organisms, okay? And each organism has their own responsibility. For example, the producers, they are the principal actors in this chain. Then we have the primary and the secondary consumers, and we also have the soil decomposers. So if one of they doesn't exist, this cycle is going to be wrong, or is not going to work. Invasive species. That's another. That's a question for the science test. So keep in mind. Invasive species are living things not naturally found in that ecosystem. They upset the natural balance. In nature, an ecosystem is balanced with predator and prey. Okay, primary and secondary consumers. When invasive species are introduced or there is any other change in its ecosystem, three possible things can happen to exist animals. The animals can adapt and survive. The existing animals die. That's not good. Or the animals can move somewhere else to find a new home. Now, let's review. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment. Organisms can only survive in ecosystems when their needs are met. Do you remember what those an organism need to survive? Three important things: food, water, and shelter. Excellent, guys. Healthy ecosystems have many different kinds of organisms. Newly introduced organisms can throw off the balance of an ecosystem. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you what are the activities you have to do for this class. Before you have listened this information, answer in your science notebook these questions. What is an ecosystem? So if you don't remember what an ecosystem is, you can check the video again and you may copy the answer in your notebook, okay? What is an ecosystem? That's the question number one. And question number two, what does a plant or animal need to survive in a certain ecosystem? There are three important things. Did you remember? Well, you have to write the answer in your science notebook. That's the first activity, but there is another activity for today. Look at this presentation. Look at this slide, guys. Here we have seven words that you have to find because they are hiding. They have the letters in different order. So if you maybe have or maybe you get in trouble to understand these words, you may read the reading material, or maybe you have to watch the video again. Okay, all the words from this list, okay, you can see them in the video, or you can see them in the reading material in the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so you have to order the letters and think, what word is this? Let's see the number one. Let's see the letters. They are not in order. Okay? They are not in order, okay? So you have letter S, Y, S, E, C, O, T, E, M. If you put this letter in order, what's the resulting word? Okay, I'm going to help you a little bit. Ecosystem. Okay, so this is what you have to do for the rest of the vocabulary words. Okay, you have to read letter by letter and try to remember the information you listen and watch in this video. Okay, order the letters and try to see what is the resulting word. Okay, well, you have to complete this activity also in your science notebook. Here we have the space for the 7 words. Okay, when you write the list, do not copy the letters just like the previous presentation. I mean, here you are going to write, or you are going to list the correct words, okay? You are going to write only the correct words. For example, I told you, I helped you a little bit, and I told you that the first word was ecosystem. So here in the number 1, we are going to write ecosystem. I'm going to help you. You see? So in this list, in your science notebook, you are going to write the words in order, okay? So this is going to be the second activity, okay? So I'm going to repeat the instructions for the 2 activities, okay? The first one is answer the first 2 questions from this questionnaire. Then you are going to list the words, okay? I'm going to leave the slide over here. So as you can see the words again, and try to order the letters in your mind and say what's the correct word, okay? I think it's very easy for you. But if you have any problem, you can write an email to me, or maybe you can make a question in the next class. Okay? So I hope you are you have learned a lot from this class, and I also hope that you send these activities finished, okay, to teacher Adriana and me. Have an excellent day. See you later.